Okay, all right. Third time lucky. I think I'm in the right place now. So I am just waiting for this to start. Hopefully it is going to pick up the correct place. So I'm just making sure that Sarah can see me now and that it is all good. Okay, looks like I'm here. Third time lucky. Oh, fantastic! In the right place now, so that Sarah can see me. I just want to. That it is all good. I just want to turn my sound down so okay. Looks like I'm here. Okay, I've got that sound off, so I'm not interrupting myself, which is fabulous. I'm pretty sure Sarah's going to come back and let me know that everything is fine, so I'm very excited that we finally got this done. So let's start again. And, you know, I've been given an opportunity to come on as an expert on the spiritual events page, directory page, and for me that's something I've been putting out there for quite some time because I've really been wanting to gain more visibility from myself and my business to extend who I can serve more efficiently and create that for my clients, because really we all share a message and it's really about being able to serve as many people as we can so that we can all live that extraordinary limitless life that we want to live. So I'm going to start with who I am and what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm Donna Ferguson. I'm the founder and CEO of Unique Vibrations business, and I run a weekly TV show from Facebook Live, and I also run an Extraordinary Women's interview series where we share lots of stories from women on their journeys through coming into business and where they are today. So it's quite fascinating, some of the journeys that we've been on during the course of that show that I started at the beginning of the year. On this show, though, I really want to take it somewhere else. So I'm going to be looking at calling my show Awakening Your Inner Power, because I believe that we're all very powerful within. And I want to be able to interact, and, you know, if there's some people there that want to comment, I'd love to have your comments. So please let me know. I'm going to run through some processes later on in the show. Hopefully we have time for all this because I was held up this morning. So welcome everybody who's here watching. I'm really, really very grateful that you've taken some time to come along and watch me today and also get some valuable information. As I said, we're talking about raising your vibration, and we all know that everything is energy and we connect to energy and we are one. Raising your vibration is really important to enhance your happiness, your inner happiness, the energy levels that you project, your health and overall success. If you're running on a low vibration, you tend to feel a bit like everything's overwhelming and, you know, you're just not able to cope with things, and you feel like, you know, everything is, you know, too much. When you're running on a high energy vibration, what you tend to do more is walk around with a big smile on your face, tend to perhaps sing or whistle, really start creating a bit more of a power stance within yourself, and you feel a lot more confident with everything that you're doing. So there's some really great ways to determine just very quickly with your own demeanor on how you're going. So please leave me some comments, and I'd love to know who's here and what's going on. it's really great that we can all work together with this technology and do things that we wouldn't normally do. And, you know, I really want to be able to work through some things and help you all out today. This is my first week on the show, as you can tell with all the hiccups that we've had, so I want to move through fairly quickly. I'm not really sure whether I'm going to do the same format every week or whether we're going to do some different methods on running this show. So it really depends on what the audience wants and how we're going to be able to move forward from here. You know, talking about the vibrational energy, and I've just got notes here, so I'm going to run through those from time to time and just make sure that I don't repeat myself. And we did talk about the conscious awareness, the awareness of the little things that you can do when you're when you can tell what your vibrational levels are. Every single day that we wake up, I'm sure that most of you don't really realize, but you're going into battle every single day. You basically are going to question the decisions that you're making, question some challenges that you come up against, and not feel confident in moving forward with those. I know from myself, you know, I've been there. That's why I do what I do, because I really want to be able to assist women who really want to move forward confidently and really awaken that inner power and that conscious awareness that can come through when you really do the inner work. And, you know, those daily battles are things that you really don't want to spend too much time on, and you want to work through those as easily and as efficiently as you can. Hi Trish, thank you for joining me. Welcome. I'm glad you could come along today. That's fantastic. And so, you know, when you think about it, one of the most powerful tools that you have in your toolbox, and this is your toolbox, this is what you use to get you through each and every day, is your mind. You know, your mind is very powerful. So in so many ways, looking at, first of all, you know, if you believe that you can do something, then you certainly will. If you believe you can't do something, then, you know, that's going to be the way that you go. So either way, whatever you believe, whatever you allow your mind to tell you, you are going to, you know, that's how powerful it is. It can override whatever you're thinking consciously, because subconsciously that thought is there. So it's important to be able to work through those things and really move on in your life, and, you know, do those things as easily and as effortlessly as you can, because there's so many decisions to make in a day. You know, you really don't want to be making these decisions unnecessarily. And I'm just checking to see if we've got any comments in here yet. I can see there's a few people on, so thank you for joining me. I am going to really love to comment back or give you some feedback. If you've got a question or you want to be able to interact or just say hi, that'd be great. And, you know, when you really want to move forward and live that extraordinary life, really, that's what you were born to do. You weren't born to sit and be ordinary. You were born to be extraordinary and share your gifts and open up the opportunities that really come your way. And, you know, listening to the messages that the universe passes on to us, they don't always come wrapped in a little white box with purple ribbon, for instance. You might notice purple is one of my favourite colours. So purple here, purple behind me. And so I always use the purple ribbon. And, you know, so it's important to know that what you're looking for, you have to be really aware of what's going on around you so that you can enhance all of those things that you're looking for through your vibrational energy, because we all receive what we are putting out there. And that's really important. So, Here's some of the tools that I use on a daily basis, because I know that if I don't do the work in the morning or during the course of the day, I am not going to be able to go through that growth, the challenges that we do achieve personal growth through, and, you know, ensure that all my vibration stay on the level that we really do want them to be on. So, you know, that's really important. Please feel free to say hi and drop a comment in. I'd love to know who's watching today. And also, if you've got any questions, that'd be fantastic. So the start of my day starts before I even open my eyes. As soon as I am awake and feeling consciously awake, what I do is I don't open my eyes. I lay there and I start doing my healing my protection to stop our energy from being broken, our energy boundary from being broken, and having those other energies attached to my energy, and that can actually cause a number of different things. So it's you know, starting off with my protection that from my energy source, my energy boundaries, and then moving into my affirmations. It's really important for me to do my affirmations before I get out of bed, because that starts to set my intention for where I want to be that day. And, you know, how many of you are setting intentions? How many of you are aware of doing your healing protection in the morning to carry on during the course of the day? And also, you can do this protection a number of times during the day, and there's a number of different ways to do that. I want to share with you, I think I'm doing that later on today, share with you how to go about that process, because I really feel that it's important for everyone to know and understand what's going on with their vibrational energy and frequency. And it's not always possible, you know, to do everything that you want to do. Sometimes there are interruptions. I also know that once I've done my affirmations and my, which start creating my intentions, I then want to go and do some yoga or a meditation or both. Yoga is a really good way, gentle way of stretching out your body and your soul, and moving it into releasing some of those energies that you may have created during the night without being aware of them, or releasing some blocks that you might have. Yoga is a very mindful exercise to do, and it really does help every single day with the way that you work through your day, and it really does get you in a great state of mind, along with meditation, which also is really helpful for you know, whatever area of your life you want to concentrate on that day. It's really a great tool to use, and there's so many of them out there. You can Google them, you know, you can YouTube them. There's so many things to choose from. So whether you're looking at perhaps cutting some cords from previous generations, whether you're looking at, you know, enhancing your abundance during the course of the day, or whether you want to start manifesting better, there's so many different ways that you can meditate, and they're all there. They also have 8-hour meditations, so you can put a meditation on before you go to sleep, and it will take you, they have nighttime ones, so that it actually makes you rest really, really well. So lots of things to go through, and you know that all of those things before I even start for my day are really helpful in setting my intentions up and going through, allowing me to go through the tasks that I want to go through for the day, and achieving all that I want to do. With the tasks, the daily tasks, you know, raising your vibration is something that only stays high while you're actually seeing results and you're feeling confident. And I find that there's a good way to actually start pushing through those things, and that's often about diarising the tasks that you have to do, so you actually understand there is a really good system and an amount of time. So make sure you're allowing the right amount of time for those tasks in your phones. Now, Trish, I saw something from you this morning on Facebook about setting alarms for your affirmations, and I think that's a fantastic idea. I really do. And I'm going to probably look at adopting that one as well. So, you know, it's the same with the tasks that you're getting through for the day. It's really important not to overstate the time that you have set. And it's really important to make sure you set enough time for that particular task to be done and completed. Okay. Because that keeps your vibration going, and at the end of the day you don't want to flatten that vibrational energy or frequency because you feel like you've been overwhelmed by the number of things that you've put in your diary that you haven't been able to achieve. I know when I was talking about earlier the doing that morning exercise and meditation. Now, not all mums can pack up and get to the gym. I understand that, especially when there's very small children. If you're a mum with small children, Google some things on YouTube and just do it in the comfort of your own home. That way your children can stay asleep, you're nice and comfortable, you don't have to go out in the cold these days because it's so cold in the morning, and really stay comfortable. So, you know, please make some comments, let me know what's going on. I can see one comment here, but it's actually not allowing me to go here, so I can't see the comments aren't coming up. That's a bit unusual, very unusual. Okay, so comments on, should be there. Okay, alrighty. I can't see any. I can see one comment there, but it's not coming up for me. So let me know if the comments, if you're able to write comments in there, just write yes. That would be fantastic. I'm just not sure why it's not showing up. It's very strange. Okay, so moving on to the next section. I know sometimes it's, you know, you might have to get up 15 minutes earlier to achieve these things, but if it's only 15 minutes, it's not a lot of time. Anything, if you really want to excel and exceed, then it's really important that you do that by putting in your, actually, Trish, can you write a comment for me, please, and let me know if the comments are on. Swipe left to, okay. All right, great, fantastic. Okay, all right, let me just check in. So we have Katie Jane. Hello, Katie Jane. Thank you for joining us. Vicky, thanks for joining us. Helen, hi, how are you? Samantha, thank you so much for being here. And Amanda, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So thank you very much. That's great news. Right, we have the comments up and running now. Thank goodness. Well, you know, next week will be a lot better because I won't have the challenges that I've already got. So fantastic. Thank you so much. Now, I know I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and the reason I do that is so I can get all these things done before I start my day. I usually start work around about 4:30, and I work through as much of the day as I can. I do make sure that I take the breaks that I need to have because it can be very energy depleting when you're not actually looking and taking the breaks that you need to have. So you've got to re-energize and recharge during the course of the day. I also think it's really important to have some soul time. So that soul time is, you know, where I gather my thoughts, get those endorphins going again, and we really start to get the good things going on in, you know, in our daily life. And as a whole, it gets you in a good space ready for the rest of your day. So you can do that on numerous occasions during the course of the day. And I really love that we can raise our vibrations so easily when we really are consciously aware of what's going on around us. So fabulous, fantastic. And you know, setting your intentions. Wow, this is such a major part of the day. You really want to make things happen during the course of the day, and it's really important to do that, you know, every single day, so that you don't run your vibration low and feel like you've been overwhelmed during the course of the day. What's the intention you want for the day? How are you setting that intention? How are you reminding yourself that that's got to be done? You know, making those things happen and doing that little bit can be a really big part of your day. Now, remember, you can do that when you're in the shower. You can do that when you're putting your makeup on. You can set those intentions, you know, while you're getting your breakfast. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes out of your day. It only has to be part of your day. You know, mirror work's really important as well. And, you know, that's self-love and self-respect and self-nurturing is really important. So, you know, look at yourself in the mirror and start telling yourself and meaning that feeling of loving yourself, and you know that you only want respect in your life, and so that respect has to come from self-respect, and that love has to come through self-love. It's such an important part of your vibrational energy and frequency. You know, sometimes you don't always have an opportunity to meditate, and you know, if it's not meditation, take that time to maybe reground yourself, walk outside, have put your feet on the grass, hug a tree, put your feet in the ocean if you can, which I love doing. I just don't get to, I'm not close enough to do it every day, but oh wow, I just love that feeling. You know, whatever it is that you can do to raise that energy and recharge yourself is really important. Tick off your to-do list, or you know, whatever you have to remind you of the tasks that you have. Move forward with your day, you know, with a sense of achievement, regardless of what's happened, because at the end of the day, you can see how much you've achieved. Even if you didn't get it all done, you can see everything that you have achieved and how you went with your intentions. So what were your intentions and how are you getting back to that? That's really fantastic. So important for you to do that as well. You know, with my clients, I like to give them exercises to do and keep them accountable around that. It's really important to be able to do that as well. And, you know, always start and finish your day with a little bit of gratitude. Even on a bad day. How many of you have a bad day and you just forget all about your gratitude? Well, it's really, really important, if you have a bad day, to look at what part of that day was bad, what, how you could avoid that from happening next time, and what you did great on the day. You know, that's a small, minuscule part of your day that maybe didn't go well. The whole rest of your day is great. Be grateful that you actually got through the major part of your day without any challenges or hiccups. Also look at how you can take something away from what didn't go so well. You know, what's the lesson that you're taking out of that? How can you improve on that? You know, the communication, your self-communication is a huge part of raising your vibration. And, you know, so taking out that positive at the end of the day is really important. If your vibration's low, you may find that, you know, your body starts feeling aches and pains or little niggles that you might have had in the past that you didn't have before. It's really, really important to understand that those things that are going on are little warning signs that your body's giving you, that your vibration isn't running as high as it should, that your frequency has been maybe interfered by other energy bodies and entities that have attached themselves. So how can you look at that and really start picking up on that? It's really important to be conscious of those little things that are going on. We all like to think that, you know, when there's an issue, we really want to put a name to it. I can assure you that at the end of the day, anything that's going on with your system, 99.9% of that is going to be emotional attachment to something. And that's why it's so important to do that inner work. When your vibration gets low, you can get very congested, and you can also start feeling a bit of resentment and anger, or you might be feeling really tired all the time. You start to not feel as happy as you should, and that all of this is bringing your vibrational energy and frequency down, whether you want it to or not. And then you start feeling exhausted. So everything becomes overwhelming again. So it's really important that you're setting your whole day up with good intentions. That's such a big, important part of your day. I know I keep saying it, but it really is such a big, important part of your day. And every day that you're going to battle with yourself, it's really important to be mindful of your thought process and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And remember that everything you do is a habit. It's an absolute habit, and habits can be changed. You know, your behaviors and your are really putting in the energy to taking actions that are based on those behaviors, and those actions are providing you results. So being consciously aware of what's going on and how you can work through that thought process is a really big part of keeping that vibrational energy high. I'm going to ask you something, and I'd love to get your feedback on this. If you could change one thing in your life today to raise your vibrational energy and frequency and make life easier for you, what would it be? And also, I want to know, what's your biggest daily challenge? Can you share that information with me? Because that would be absolutely amazing. I would love to know what you're going through there. The next thing you can do in raising your vibration is to, as I mentioned earlier, be consciously aware. The level of raising your vibrations is about bringing awareness to your vibrational energy and the level that that sits at. And, you know, that sort of once you're aware of where your vibration is, your thought processes, the actions that you're taking, the behaviors that you're using, then it's really, you know, you can really make a huge difference. It's important to keep the flow going and be able to consciously notice the changes of where you're going in your life. And when you start changing that vibrational energy and raising that, and the frequency that you're putting out there is attracting the same back, then you will really start to see changes in all 4 areas of your life. That's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And they are all attached. And without having all 4 areas of that aligned, then your vibrational energy is just going to be a little bit out and not bringing you the things that you really want to. You know, you can also take 10 minutes of complete silence in a day, just total silence. Close off from your technology, from your family, I know, you know, sometimes this might have to be done last thing at night, and that's fantastic. Perfect. Terry, getting my health back and being able to walk. Oh my goodness, that's massive. Yeah, look, I don't know what your issue is with being able to walk. I do know that I went through a stage in 2000, I think it was, where I was in a similar situation. I had contracted a virus, and you know, every time I stood up, if I stood up for more than 10 or 15 seconds, I would start getting the feeling of wanting to faint. So going to the supermarket to do my groceries, they didn't have online shopping in those days. You know, being able to get up and walk from the car to somewhere was a challenge. So, you know, I really do understand. And it was when I got that health back after 18 months, and that 18 months was such a long time. It felt like forever. You know, I started doing things that I never had done before. So I started going to the gym every day. I started working out. I started, you know, really doing things to really lift my energy levels and really create more in my life. And that was just, and I did it because I could. And the satisfaction of being able to do it was fantastic. So I can really relate to that, Terry. I really do understand what you're saying there. It is quite horrific when you don't have your health where you need to have it back. I guess that was really where I started my journey of my spiritual journey, and started working on, you know, the inner work and the inner health, and the self-love and the mirror work and all those sorts of things, because it does take such a massive part out of you as a person when you don't have good health. So I can certainly understand what you're saying there. So being able to take that 10 minutes out of your day and feel where your vibrational energy is sitting. And just being conscious of the question, where am I sitting with my vibrational energy in this moment, is really important. Are your emotions still, or are they running around? Do you feel like you're a little bit, you know, fluttering around from here to there, or are you calm and peaceful? It's really important to know what that is. Maybe they slowly start to quieten down over the period of 10 minutes. It's the same with meditation. When you meditation, very rarely does a mind go completely clear and not think of anything. There's always things going on. They're just not rushing around. They're more precise thoughts. They're more precise things, especially when you're asking a question before you go into that meditation. So that's really important. Ask yourself if you feel mentally quiet, if your mind is quiet mentally, and you know, or whether it's closed off quite a bit, or whether it's just simmering with some little thoughts that are coming to the surface because you're in that space of quiet. What about your body? What about the physical sense? How is it feeling when you do take that 10 minutes? Is it feeling still? You know, when you take this time and closing your eyes, how do you feel spiritually? When you tap into your intuition, when you tap into your frequency, you know, when you tap into your energy, how does that feel? Do you feel like you're reconnecting with your inner self, or do you feel like, you know, there's something else going on? Any of that is really important. Write a journal. Start writing notes of what came up for you during that 10 minutes. You know, do you feel alive during this process, or are you feeling challenged? Is it overwhelmed? Do you feel tiredness creeping in because you've taken that time to just sit? You know, there's all sorts of things that are going on. There might be something that you just feel a bit uncomfortable with. Tap into that a little bit further and find out what that is. Any of the things we've mentioned can affect your your vibrational energy frequency. And so, you know, there's a quick exercise, that 10 minutes that you take can be a really great quick exercise that you can do during the course of that. So bear that in mind. Also being really aware of your consciousness, and therefore taking 10 minutes to sit and breathe and be conscious is really important. Are you breathing, you know, is it a deep breath? Is it a shallow breath? Is it an even breath? Is it a, you know, a nice, easy, effortless breath? All these things are part of it. Notice where your breathing comes from. Is it coming from deep down within your diaphragm, or is it just coming from, you know, those short breaths that we mentioned? Your breathing can actually affect your emotions, and affecting your emotions can really affect your vibrational energy, because when you're in that emotional state that's not clear and not focused, you really can have some challenges around that. And it's really, it's important to understand that that does affect those feelings and emotions, and your alignment can be out. And understanding that is really important step in the process of raising your vibration as well. And, many people say, well, how is that so? Well, once you understand the subconsciousness of the things that you do daily, like, breathing and sleeping and walking, and that you don't have to really be conscious about, that's your subconscious mind that knows automatically how to do those things. There's a certain amount of our system that runs on autopilot, then you can really become more conscious of the things that are important that you do have to make decisions about, and move through your day. This can be a really big step, because it's where you start asking yourself, how do I feel physically? How do I feel emotionally? How do I feel mentally? What's happening with my intuition or my soul? And how can I improve that from yesterday? Are there any aches and pains today that were either worse yesterday or, are better today? Are they going to be there tomorrow? How can I make them alleviate that pain a little bit more today? And releasing those old ailments that, you still have a little bit of, but you don't want them to be there. It's really important. How do I feel spiritually today as part of your spiritual journey? And this can often be a big piece of the puzzle that's missing, piece of the puzzle that aligns all aspects of your life in order for you to be able to overcome the low vibrational energy. How are we going here? Oh, Terry, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sarah, for joining us today. I appreciate it. I appreciate your help at the beginning. That was really great. Thank you. But Terry, look, I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to give you some guidance, some understanding. Feel free to contact me if you want any assistance with anything, because I really do relate to that particular challenge that you have, and I would love to know more. Feel free to private message me if you want to chat about that further. So it's all, everything can be part of a conscious block as well. And if it's eluded you previously, then there may be ways that can enable you to rise above that, enough to start receiving and achieving your goals and your aspirations and your successes in life. So that's some really important information. I don't know how I'm going for time here at the moment. So, we're almost at the top of the hour. So I might just quickly move through to do a little question. When was the last time that you really felt that you had full control over your life? And what do you think your biggest challenge is from keeping your daily life and raising your vibration? That's something that is really important, and I might discuss this a little bit more next week, come back to this topic because of the challenges we had at the beginning. And, I really want to be able to give you some information around, which I think was going to be next week anyway, really being some key things that can stop you from having a high vibrational frequency. So look, I really do appreciate everyone for being here. Cynthia, hello, thank you very much. I would love to talk to you more. I'm happy to have a chat to you, no problem at all. Cynthia, that would be fantastic. What I'll do is I'll pop some information in the comments, and actually you can, if you just go to, let me just pop this in. I don't know what's happened there. If I can comment unique vibrations on Facebook, and you can message me, that's perfectly fine. So I'm more than happy to, you'll see me, it's all purple, and there's a video that comes up on the page, but it's absolutely fine. I would love to have a chat to you a bit further on that. Also, I also want to be able to just say to everybody out there that this is a great opportunity to really give your business a lot more visibility. And you know, if you wanted to be part of the spiritual events directory with your business, why not list your business with them? They have a great way of being able to list your business on the directory and giving you the exposure to an audience that perhaps you wouldn't normally have. I'm very grateful to Sarah for her being able to assist me through this and, you know, give me this opportunity. And as I said, I will come back and finish this next week because I think it's really important that we talk about how we can raise that vibration to another level. And we're going to interact through that. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am really extremely grateful, and I look forward to hearing from you more. I do a 15-minute power call as well, so if that's something you're interested in, you can do that through the Unique Vibrations Facebook page. Just go to services and you can do that. I also run masterclasses for businesses just to help you. You know, women build business better when they work together, and that's what I'm here to create. And also I have a 5-day challenge on raising your vibration. So if you want any help with any of those, please feel free just to give me a message and let me know that you saw me on the spiritual events directory with our live video so that I can talk to you and maybe give you a little bonus along the way as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate it. It's been fantastic to be here, and I look forward to seeing you at 12 o'clock next week. Bye for now.